This is Warhawk Beyond 2040, and welcome to another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And today I'm going to be taking a look at another 2023 release, this time from world-renowned drummer Magnus Ostrom, who is best known for his long association as a member of E.S.T with the late great pianist Esbjorn Svennson, and as one half of the band's rhythm section with bassist Dan Berglund. And this is his newest recording for Jazzland Records, A Room for Travelers. So this is the fourth studio recording that Magnus Ostrom has recorded and released under his name as a band leader, and it sees the drummer return once again to a quartet format. And this album has kind of gone under the radar. I mean, not a lot of people know about this album, but the few that do have given high praise for this recording, and very well deserved. It's absolutely fantastic, and anybody who's listened to his previous recordings for Act Music, you know what you're expecting, nothing but to be absolute best. And if you like early Pat Metheny group with Mark Egan and Danny Gottlieb, then this is definitely one to check out and highly recommended. So let's have a look. So we see Magnus Ostrom on drums, percussion, voices, and additional keyboards. Thobias Gabrielson on bass, synth bass. Daniel Karlsson on piano and keyboards, and Andreas Hourdakis on electric and acoustic guitars. So very much in the style of early PMG, and it's an absolutely amazing recording. A little bit on the short side, clocking in at a total of 40 minutes, and it only contains 6 tracks, but 6 tracks, very memorable, very enjoyable, and a bit out there in terms of the approach and the way the music is executed, but still very highly enjoyable. So all of the compositions are written and composed by Magnus Ostrom, and he also produced this album as well. But although this is very much a Magnus Ostrom recording, this is very much a band effort. Everyone is given lots of space to solo and improvise, and he calls his band the Magnus Ostrom Group. So could be a little nod to the legendary Pat Metheny group, perhaps, but there are lots of similarities between Magnus Ostrom Group and PMG, but they're very much their own entity and very much their own beast. And, you know, the Magnus Ostrom Group is not what you would call a copycat of PMG, but still very enjoyable nonetheless. So, as you'd expect, lots of great drumming from Ostrom, great bass work from Gabrielson. Karlsson provides great piano work and lots of atmospheric sounds on keyboards, and Ostrom also provides additional keyboards as well. And Hourdakis, unbelievable guitar playing, very ferocious, but at the same time can be very, very laid back. Really channels in the spirit of Pat Metheny. But as I said, he's not a Pat Metheny clone. He's very much his own man. And he brings more of a rock edge to the material, and really, really good. So tracks we got here are Safe and Sound, Flow Fly, Oceans, Pacific, On the High in My Life, and All Those Years. Excellent recording. Really enjoyed listening to this quite a lot. And as I said, at times it does remind me of early PMG with Egan and Gottlieb. So standout tracks for me are Flow Fly, Pacific, On the High in My Life, and All Those Years. But although it's only a short album, it's really good. And considering that there's only 6 tracks on the album, you know, it really does pack a punch, and they really cram a lot in there. And there's lots of influences of Middle Eastern and world music, fusion and jazz, and a bit of rock in there. But it's all part of the stew, and they really make it their own. They combine all of these influences and genres to create their own unique sound and voice. But highly recommended and very enjoyable. So there you have it. Magnus Ostrom Group, A Room for Travelers. If you can find this album, highly recommend you check it out. It's really good. And if you're familiar with Ostrom already through his work with EST, highly recommend you get this anyway. It's a very good album and one of many hidden gems from 2023. Excellent stuff. So there you have it. Magnus Ostrom Group, A Room for Travellers. Brilliant. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite track from Magnus Ostrom Group, A Room for Travellers? Is it Safe and Sound, Flow Fly, Oceans, Pacific, On the High in My Life, or All Those Years? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.